If you're new here, you know we talk kicks once a week. It's a lot of interesting news I gotta get to, and pretty big one too. Also, if you want to keep up with the everyday life, I'm on IG and TikTok posting daily. We talking shoes on there also. Let's get straight to it. The biggest news of the week is that the Bred 1 in its original form is returning in 2025. 2025 is stacked. I have high expectations for the 40th year for Jordan brand. I'm gonna do another video on that soon. I'm gonna be honest though, I was not that excited about this news. I'm gonna continue to say the Jordan 1 is burnt out, man. Don't get me wrong, everybody's gonna buy this shoe, including me. But I wasn't as excited when I heard the news. It's just been so many Bred variants dropping every single year. It's just like, do I need another one? That's how I kind of feel about these. Like I said, people are going to buy them. Will they make as much noise as the past did? And what, the 2016 was the last time the original version came out. But I don't know. People are going to buy them, but it's just like, I wasn't like, oh my god, we're getting the OG back. I would like to see other Jordans past 14 come out. That's just me. Like I said, I'm gonna do another video on my expectations for 2025. I just wasn't as excited for hearing more Breds is dropping. I feel like everybody in their collection, look me in this camera, you got a pair of Breds in your collection. I don't give a fuck if it's satin, patent, leather, suede. You got some Breds in your collection. But we'll see. 2025 is looking promising though, I can't lie. Caitlin Clark signs with Nike. I think we all seen that a mile away. She's the hottest thing right now. I would love to see what her signature shoe is going to be. Of course, she has to get one. That's a must. I'm curious what they're going to look like. I'm going to call them the Air CCs. Some people may call them the Air Clarks. But I'm happy for her. She's definitely evolving the women's sports. She got everybody interested. I can't even lie. I think we can admit for my sports head, women's basketball for the first time ever was more exciting than men's basketball. It definitely was. Also, speaking of another sign, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, my MVP for the season. We can probably debate that in the comments if you want to argue. Shai definitely been hot this year for sure. Converse, they did the right thing. Shai was spotted wearing Converses in the past month or so. The Converse weapons, a shoe that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird used to wear back in the day. Very hot shoe. Not so much these days. Classic, but they needed something new. He's been wearing Converse on the court lately too. I definitely want to see what they got for him in the future. Shai is a good sign. Like I said, my MVP. Matter of fact, y'all comment who was the MVP this year. I got Shai. If it's not Shai, I got Luka. That's just me. That's a conversation for another day, but that's a good sign for Converse though. Good for them. More colorways of the anti-Kyries shoes. They are calling these the playoffs. I really love these shoes a lot. They kind of remind me of his older models, but like, how can I say, a more wearable touch to them. Look, y'all know me. This channel wear everything. I wear my shoes. I don't give a fuck if it's basketball shoes, alien shoes. I'm wearing shoes what they were supposed to do also be worn everywhere. I'm not trying to hear that. No, they're best for basketball. Don't care. I do love these. The white colorway is super fire. I'm in love with this navy blue one. Kyrie definitely in discussion of, I would say, top 10 new shoes this year. These are just fire, man. Like, I couldn't get my hands on the last drop, but I'm definitely gonna shoot for these. They're not crazy. I think retail's like $130 or something like that. People trying to resell these, y'all tripping. But solid shoe. I definitely plan on copping. Let me know how y'all feel about these Kyrie shoes. Definitely a solid shoe. Nicki Minaj is launching her first signature shoe with the British brand Loki. If I pronounced that wrong, please correct me in the comments. She has 4 silhouettes with 11 colorways. They're definitely taking the 3% rule. If you don't know what the 3% rule is, take what's hot, which is the Nike Dunk, put your 3% spin on it, and release it to the public and see what they react. Mixed reviews. How I feel about this shoe though is the ones that look like dunks is solid. I think people will definitely cop, not me, but the other ones I'm not feeling so much. I ain't gonna lie, these is more so a girl shoe. I could definitely see the girls wearing these, but if it's any girls that watch this content, I'm pretty sure it's most guys. How do y'all feel about these? Do y'all even care if Nicki get a shoe? The guys, you can comment too. I think they solid. I think people gonna get a little flack on them because it's Nicki Minaj. People find different ways to try to hate on her. They okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Not too crazy about them. On to the next. The next one is pretty funny. He makes me laugh. Bape and Adidas have teamed up with this shoe called the Adidas lawsuit, making fun of Nike and his lawsuit, the upgoing lawsuit with Bape. If you know, Bape and Adidas have a good relationship. They have released multiple shoes in the past. I guess they're supposed to be making fun of the lawsuit with this shoe. That's funny. The overall shoe is okay. They solid. I personally wouldn't wear them. They look like, I hate flat shoes. I'm just not a fan of flat shoes. Anything that look kind of like that Converse's look. I mean, I could see like the little swag boys, IG Flex. You know them boys, that TikTok fashion boys wearing these. The colorways is solid. I'm just not a fan of the silhouette like that. This is just funny though. They embracing it. I like it too. That beef is gonna be ongoing forever. Nike and Adidas just up and got war. We know this ain't gonna never change, and we know Nike ain't fucking with Bape either. This is funny. That's all I'm gonna say. Lil Yachty debuts the new Concrete Boys Air Force Ones. These are definitely taking me back to them Air Force Ones days in the 2000s. I come from that era. I done ran through so many Air Force Ones, bro. Chicago, we got this thing. We wear our Air Force Ones a few times and we throw them away. I threw away so many classics, and people would probably consider grails. Don't know what I was thinking, but these definitely take me back to these days. These are so fire. I don't know if it will be released to the public, but God, if I can get my hands on these, I'll definitely get my hands on these. Definitely give me that 2000s Air Force One days. Please tell me. Please tell these people, man. Them was peak times for the Air Force One. I would die on this hill. The Air Force One is arguably the greatest shoe of all time. The biggest peak down there in shoe history. Fun times, man. He definitely took it back with this one. Anthony Edwards debuts 2 new colorways of the AE ones. This navy blue and green one. If you know me, been following my other pages, I am the biggest fan of the AE one. I know this will be probably the shoe of the year for me, silhouette wise. Adidas needed this because a lot of people been shitting on Adidas lately. The AEs is fire. I love this navy blue Timberwolves and this green, super fire. Now this other colorway, I'm not like super feeling these that much, but I like them secretly. I don't know the name of this colorway, but I think this is a PE of his. They solid, man. They get a thumbs up for me. Like I said, man, how y'all feel about the AE? I wear my AEs. I love my AEs. Every time I wear them, I get compliments here and there. I know I got a Nike jacket talk about Adidas heavy, but the AEs is fire, bro. I love this shoe so much. Like I said, definitely one of the top shoes of the year for sure. I will argue with anybody about the AEs. We have the first look at the Giannis Antetokounmpo Zoom Freak 6s. They kind of remind me of KDs. That's just me. Giannis is just one of them signature shoes and athletes that you just kind of forget about that he has a shoe. I mean, I do like this. They calling this the Roses colorway. It kind of reminds me of KD's a little bit. I don't have a pair of Giannis's personally. I would wear this one. I feel like Giannis, out of his signature line, he definitely has one of them weaker signature lines that you just don't talk about. I say Giannis probably got 2 shoes in his whole line, and I can say I will wear those instead of people saying, "Oh, them just pure hoop shoes." I told you, you don't become elite to me until people rock your shit off court. I'm not trying to hear that performance shit. Y'all been spamming that performance shit in my comments on IG and TikTok every day. No, we come from where we wear shoes. I don't give a fuck. We never gave a fuck about performance. It was never about that. We bought Jordans because it was a hot shoe and we made that shit cool, and we wore it because our favorite player wore it. We wore Barkley's because our favorite player wore Barkley. We wore Kobe's because our favorite player was Kobe. Vice versa, Braun. None of that performance shoe. None of that performance shit. If a shoe is ugly, bro, please don't be like, "Oh, performance." No. That's the favorite excuse I've been hearing. It drives me crazy. These shoes were always intended for sports. Every shoe that we love down there. And just because I say it's ugly or whatever the case may be, I don't like it. Quit trying to say, "Oh, they was performance. You wasn't supposed to style them anyway." They wouldn't come out with none of these pretty ass colors if they didn't want y'all to fucking pick them wisely and think they was cold. These is okay. And Giannis is just one of them people that his line just ain't all that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Last news of the day is the Jordan 6 Olympics is finally coming back. We did get the news earlier this year, maybe even last year. I can't really remember, but the official picks have finally released. I'm glad they went back to the OG form from the 2000. Original release was 2000. I'm not mad at it. You can't argue that the 2012 was a better version, but I can do either way. I can definitely grab these. I ain't mad at that. If you don't know, the original came out with like oval round laces. They going back to that too. It seems like they just doing a full retro of the 2000. They got to do that red lace lock. If they don't do the red lace lock, we don't have a picture of the red lace lock. If it ain't got red lace locks, it's gonna be, man, look, that's gonna piss me off. But overall, I'm happy these coming back out. Where the hell is the Olympic 7s though? Like, y'all bullshitting. Don't get me wrong, Olympic 6 is cool. Definitely time for retro. Last release was 2012. But the people want the 7. How y'all gonna skip the 7? It's the year of the Olympics too. The OG Olympics did not come out since 2012. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's been that long and y'all just gonna skip it? Nike, get your shit together. That's all for today's news. If you want to keep up with the daily life and shoes and just talk kicks, I do respond to my inbox daily on TikTok and IG, mainly on IG though. Just don't try to spam me. I'll fuck with y'all, but sometimes it can get a little weird. I get 1,000 messages a day. I will respond. Just take your time with me. But like I said, I like to interact with my people. You can keep up with me on IG and TikTok. I'm always there.